Hi everybody, here's Krystian.
And this is Gereon.
And this is Trace 5. This is the Euros, the top cut from the Euros. These are the forbidden games that you haven't seen.
You didn't see on stream yet.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
This is third game, and once again we are watching Dome from Berlin play. This time another very well-known player from the UK.
Yeah, it's Dave Hoyland.
Dave Hoyland.
It's my idol.
Is it?
I'm a bit starstruck. Yeah, he's.
I never saw you wearing a beanie.
Well, maybe in darkness when you don't see,
Okay.
Yes, no, I love his criminal decks back in the days. I was a big fan of those. Those really got me into like competitive criminal stuff. These days, not playing the criminals though.
Valencia. It's again Valencia versus CI, third time.
Yeah, she's
sorry about that, but it's still a good game to watch. People.
It's different Valencias,
Yeah.
It's still the same CI though, because on the left we have our good friend Dome, Dominic from Berlin Meta. Dome is so far undefeated, so is Dave Hoyland. They're in a top bracket currently happening. So CI again, your hand size is equal to your credit count, and Valencia starts with a bad pop. Dome begins with a mandatory draw. And there's some nice table talk happening here. Dome playing everything very central. That's kind of like unusual.
You're not going to need this room for ice, are you? No, he doesn't.
Well, at least Dome has now an ice.
One layer of ice, but
that's
not
good. That's something that we haven't seen in the first game too much. So that's already a bit of a relief. But Dome now thinking about installing perhaps something. Oh, he just gets credits. 2 credits. All right, so Dirty Laundry.
HQ. Why not?
Sure. Seeing a card, that is going to be a violet, ultraviolet clearance.
Ultraviolet.
Getting the credits.
Yeah.
And then doing it. What is this? What is this? What is this, Gereon? What is this card? Dome already putting his palms to his face because, of course, this is going to be a stressful situation now. So, Apocalypse, for those of you who are not familiar with this, is a really horrible card that does very bad things to the board state of the corporation. If you manage to run on
it basically
HQ,
evaporates it.
yeah, it basically destroys it.
The only thing that survives it are architects.
That's true. So if you run on R&D and HQ and Archives, then you can play it, and then all of the cards that corporation has installed have to go to the bin.
Yeah. But also the runner's board state also disappears.
Yeah, there's some drawbacks.
Into nothingness.
There's some drawbacks.
Yeah.
There is Dave Hoyland is not triggering it now because that would be kind of silly.
Yeah.
And then he just installs the
Earthrise Hotel.
Earthrise Hotel, yeah. We've been discussing the orbital mechanics of Earthrise Hotel.
Yeah.
There's a lot of theories about this. My theory is that it's maybe like a special orbit, so it always like the Earth is always at the same location, so you constantly see the Earthrise.
Might be.
So anyway.
Wanton Destruction.
What? Wow, that's great. I love it. So how does this work again? You can spend clicks?
You spend clicks to make the corp discard cards.
Yeah, so he plays on the first click and then spends 3 clicks to do.
And it's also, I have to say, it's also one of my favorite pieces of card art.
It's so beautiful.
It's the London Calling cover.
Why haven't we gotten playmat?
I don't know. It would have been ideal for a playmat. Yeah.
Now that, and I'm sorry to bring it back, now that Netrunner is ending, I see a lot of people reaching out to their favorite artists and ordering prints. This would be a good print.
Maybe this would actually become easier once FFG doesn't have the rights to this art anymore.
You can always reach out to the artists and always ask them for prints. Of course, as part of a monetary exchange, not just like that.
Of course.
But yeah. So
and some of the artists have even gone out to. I saw a couple of. I think Adam Doyle posted some of his favorite pieces by himself on Reddit.
Yeah. Some people are posting on Twitter as well. Yeah. So I've seen some galleries being passed around for their favorite artworks. Definitely a good idea. This game is beautiful. It was one of my favorite parts of this game. Like the visual style they developed here is just so.
Yeah, and some of the very prolific artists that made stuff for this game, like Adam Doyle, Liga, Matthew Zeilinger, amazing pieces of art.
Definitely. They shaped the look and feel of Netrunner, for sure.
Absolutely.
So anyway, Delikas on Dave's side. Doma, meanwhile, is quite a board state there.
Yeah, unusual for CI.
Yeah,
multiple remotes and multiple pieces of ice.
Oh, but now Gereon.
Yeah,
Gereon.
That's DDoS.
DDoS with a career fair. That's quite a career. But now, of course, he cannot run this turn, right? He cannot Apocalypse this turn. He would have to wait for next turn. Doma has to see it coming.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing he's getting out the ice to just mash out an agenda. It's kind of that's kind of something that for me shows like a player who really knows his deck. When he can play the same deck in different styles. Oh,
what did Dave just discard an Apocalypse?
He did he's discarded Apocalypse. So why?
Does he play multiples?
I don't know, but the card that was installed, that was not an agenda. It's instead the Rashida. Maybe Doma wanted to bait Dave into the server. Huh.
Interesting.
Weird. Doma furiously checking cards. I would be furiously checking cards myself. Because I have Dave Hoyland be in front of me and a possible Apocalypse happening soon. Alright, so that is a Moons.
The assembly lines?
Is that assembly lines, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
A very easy way to lose the game, install an agenda with assembly lines. Alright, popping the assembly lines, installing something, and there is another assembly line.
Another assembly line. That's when robots make robots.
Wasn't that a Star Wars quote?
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Robots making robots. It's from the prequels, though. So
okay.
They don't really count.
I'm not too familiar with them.
You have to ask Garo.
I watched them 2 times. The first time and the last time.
Hating on the prequels. So anyway, Doma pops the Moons, draws 2 cards, gets 4 credits. Oh yeah, something was happening at the same time because there was an announcement. Yeah. There were a lot of pods.
Yeah, there were 8 player pods. The price of pod for them was really good.
I was pretty positive.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, they kind of like had some misfires on the first day. The organizers, there have been some delays on the first day, but they made up for it with some incredibly generous price support on the second day.
Yeah, and there were even people playing on Sunday as well. Yeah. I mean, I have to say, I was fed up with Netrunner after 8 rounds of Swiss on Friday, and then the cash refresh tournament.
Turns out there is such thing as too much Netrunner.
Too much Netrunner, definitely.
And it's happening. I would say it's happened sooner than the 8th round.
Yeah,
I wasn't really prepared for the 8th round. But that's how you know that these players that we're watching here, these are those guys who can take this kind of punishment.
And Dave does have
there's another Apocalypse. Okay, yeah, that's good. 2 ice protection on HQ. Doma knows that the DDoS could cause a lot of troubles. Dirty laundry on archives. Nothing.
Mirror Morph, Chiefs, and sponsorship.
Will Dave just do like a cheeky? No, he just checks the
checks the remote.
Okay, so that's gonna be boot camp. Doma checking his cards.
What's he gonna get? Moons?
I mean, there's a lot of things. Yeah, he gets another Moons. Whew, talking about a card that's really... Oh, look at this! Look at... Oh, you see what Dave has got there? That's a... What is it? A Steam dealer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so good! You get the extra clicks for Apocalypse. Oh, I love it so much. Also, Steam dealer artwork. Also, a really great artwork. That is... I get so sad when there's really good artwork on the card and it gets... you never see it.
It never gets played, yeah.
Like defense construct, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Those playmats. Alright, Dome got his moons now. I think this is his turn now, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Installing the moons. Erasing it immediately.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Yeah. It's fascinating to me that Dome has the scoring server up. Installing a second thing. Installing something inside his server. With 2 moons counters. Passes the turn. Interesting also that Dave has a employee strike on hand that he didn't play yet. Man, that's a double whammy. Apocalypse and an employee strike.
Ooh. Is that deep data mining? No, paperclip.
Paperclip, another DDoS. The paperclip is big. I mean, Valencia, if there's any problems with Valencia, it's that somebody reminds him that to get it to credits from dailycasts. If Valencia has a problem, she has like this huge deck, and Anarchs really have a bad time finding the breakers.
Yeah, they're injecting, and I've had worse. Now there's strike.
Using a different strategy than Chris Dyer in a game before, actually playing the employee strike against CI. Let's see how Doma will cope. That kind of forces Doma to maybe do a score here to get rid of it.
Yeah, but I mean, Biotic Vitruvius is not the best. It's not the worst play he can do.
It's not the worst, but it's maybe...
It could even be an agenda behind the double ISO mode.
If that's the case,
then that would have been a waste of the strike.
I mean, yeah, sure. I like how the one credit on the playmat of Dave looks like it's is that Valencia, by the way, on this?
I don't think so, no.
You guys in the comment section, let us know. Do you think that's Valencia on this thing? She looks different, a little different on the ID.
But it's
the
white shirt is basically the only similarity, right?
Yeah, but it's a different design. She has a V-neck on her original design, but this is not a V-neck. Maybe we'll find out in Rain or Reverie. She also looks a bit younger. But maybe that's a pixie cut.
Yeah, I mean, by this time we've seen all the cards, but not all the art, have we?
I don't know. I haven't looked at all the spoilers. Anyway, so there's a Biotic label. So I'm guessing this is going to be... this was an actual agenda in there.
Or he is...
Oh, Jeeves. Wow. Will he score an equal?
Triple advance. Jeeves click.
And then advancing 2 more?
Advance 1 more. Advance 1 more from the Biotic click.
No, there's 1 more click left. Yeah. This removes the... As we said, this removes the... employee strike because he scores out this
efficiency
committee, and now he has another click to install another card nut server. Now, if I was Dave, I would be very keen at starting to set my Apocalypse plan into motion. He does pop the DDoS. He actually wants to try it now. He did discard the paperclip, so that might be enough to get him in. Paperclips and it's just paperclip, right? Oh no! So Architect, if Dome can find a stopping code gate here, then he might be able to cancel the Apocalypse. But he doesn't. There's no ice in his discard pile either. Gets out the the boot camp
again.
So now he can like, so I guess like Doma's plan is now maybe, okay, the apocalypse will happen, but maybe I can get all the pieces that I need to win the game
before the apocalypse.
So the apocalypse will basically like, I don't need no stinking eyes, you know. Right, 1 X on HQ, that's nothing. That's a biotic labor. So yeah, now Dave can like walk all over the place, sees a card on R&D. This could have been a score. And then runs on archives. And now Doma is like, okay, just give me a moment here, because I before those cards go, let me have one more thing. So first he gets a bunch of cards with moons. 10 credits, 5 cards. Oof, so many cards. Then I guess he will also use the bootcamp to get the connection that he's looking for. I guess that's not collection, that's just a resource, right? Asset, I mean. Yeah, he gets the G's, because he will get his G's trashed in the apocalypse, probably. So let's see if there's anything else that he wants to res. There we go, apocalypse.
Yeah.
Trashing all of these things. But as you said, the
architect stays.
Architect stays. That's actually really good. That's a really good placement by Doma. That it was also the second card. So even after the DDoS, he could res it. Right, it's Doma's turn, and his person
is he able now to pull off this 5-point combo again, like we saw in the previous game?
I think it's too early.
Yeah, probably.
He has a lot of money, but I don't think he can pull it off. Yeah, the Moon's install basically seals it. I don't think it will happen now.
No, the combo always starts with Mirror Morph.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Well, but you kind of already have to have moons there, right? Yeah, just normal install. That's going to be the assembly lines, I think.
More money, more moons tokens.
Yeah, he still needs the pieces. Gives Dave more times to do some damage with the apocalypse. I mean, that was good. I'm guessing Dave will next thing he will check archives, just to make sure he maybe he trashed an agenda, I don't know. A good thing to keep the cooperation honest. And then he will probably start pouncing the R&D there. Alright, so that's the third click.
No dice, Dominic.
That's good. I like how that uses multiple colored ones. $11 cards on hand. He has enough credits. Okay, making sure that the board state is clear. Dave, what are you going to do about your post-apocalyptic scenario? Checking the cards. That's good. Jeeves. Tressa Jeeves.
For 4.
Trashes the assembly lines. I wonder why Doma didn't pop them. It would be now the Moons token, right? Runs on Moons. There's some table talk going on. Dave is having some fun with Doma. Doma draws 2 cards, gets 4 credits. With the Moon, so this is now... Oh, and the last click... Wow! What? Dave didn't run on R&D? It's wide open! I like it. Making sure he can keep up his momentum. Not even trying to get any access in here. Just make sure he has the cards in hand that he needs to keep up this pressure.
Yeah.
I think that was a Eater that he just drew into it too. So that would be really,
That's
really
also
useful.
a card that we haven't seen in a long time, right?
Yeah, Eater.
It really fell out of fashion when Keyhole went out of the game.
Yeah, and also there's some other AI breakers that criminals, architects, arcs have that are also very successful, like Faust and everything. And so Eater was always overshadowed a little bit. Although you're right, yes, Keyhole was a good combination for the Eater. All right, Dome gets out his clicks because now we're gonna see, we're gonna do the thing.
Is he? Yeah.
Yeah, installing 3 cards with Mirror Morph.
2 clicks left.
Okay, so that is going to be the reconstruction thing. Second click is going to be the ceremony on the reconstruction thing, getting 3 advanced counters on it. Then he uses a efficiency committee token, so he has 2 clicks now. Then archive memories to get back the ceremony. Another ceremony to get 6 advanced encounters on it. And now he can pop it out over to. Oops, what? He probably will raise a team sponsorship. That's right. And then he can move those counters to probably score an Equa project here. No! I love it!
Vitruvius with 3 tokens on it.
With 3 counters. Oh, it's so good.
Nice one.
Yeah, especially against an Apocalypse deck that maybe, gets you an agenda in your discard pile because you were trying to score something. That's really nice.
So where is he gonna go? Getting back with the sponsorship reconstruction contract or Moons? Or Jeeves maybe?
Jeeves would be good, right? Because it's expensive to trash. Because all the other stuff, I guess Dave would be just really keen on just running on. And Jeeves seems like a or something like this. Yes.
It's not a piece of ice.
Why not?
Why not?
Your chance is over, Dave. You had your chance. You didn't run an R&D. But I guess he has the DDoS. It's no problem for him. Yeah, Dave didn't check archives either. But now with the Vitruvius tokens, he can save whatever was discarded there. That was a good play by Doma. Dave now considering what to do now. I guess this is okay. Wow, face checking on R&D. That 2 architects. The architects of tomorrow, you could say. Yep. Okay, so do we have another agenda on the top?
The bottommost is the Ikawa project.
What is the top one? Isn't that an agenda?
Is that an efficiency? Maybe, maybe
I don't know.
It could be an efficiency committee.
Doma's thinking. Yeah, that's another Equa. Yeah. That's Equa on top. Yeah, you have to install it now. You could install an ice in front of it, from archives. I would do it. Why not?
But there's no ice in the face-up cards.
Of course there is. Oh, wow! Oh, he overrides the Equa so he can get it back with the Vitruvius.
Yes. Nice one.
Dave, considering what just happened here. Something was installed, something was overwritten. Uh-oh. So first click was run on R&D. There's still a possibility of maybe doing an Apocalypse now. Okay, so he runs archives. Because the thing is with the architects, they don't get trashed. Oh wow, there's another Vitruvius that was in there, but he didn't rescue it. He could have rescued it, but he decided not to.
Davis was on 0 points, so
yeah,
I think it's safe to give him 2 points.
So, oh yeah, Dave will just fire all of the architects so he can play another Apocalypse. And it makes sense because basically whatever the architects do, they install something and that just gets demolished immediately. So you could just as well fire them. It's not a great deal, not a great value though, because of the 2 architects are still around, you know. And eventually you will run out of Apocalypses and you will have to find some
he discarded
solution.
1, he played 1.
I mean, basically, he basically just trashed the team sponsorship with Apocalypse now, right? I mean, he got some accesses in the process, so that's fine. Wow.
Ooh.
Okay, Doma. We know that there is an Equa on hand. Dave has to be really careful. Every click counts. He could play the Apocalypse, but at this point there's so much installed, he has to play it. But it's probably going to be his last Apocalypse. We already saw that he discarded 1.
Yeah, and he played 1.
Oh, he actually checks it. Oh, dang! But he cannot steal it. It's last click.
Last click.
Oh, no. Dome can win this.
Oh, my God.
Ah! Dome is making sure that the math checks out.
Yeah.
Ah, and we already saw that he has the reconstruction thing on board, so
yeah.
Oh, he just can get back the thing and the other thing. Yeah, just once. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine.
It's game.
It's
is
fine,
it?
Doma. It's okay. You can get it and use it twice. And
Dave sees it also.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
What? It makes sense. I mean, it was the second to last click. It was a safe install for Dome. If Dave had triggered the Apocalypse,
he would have gotten it back with the Vitruvius token, and in this case, it would.
I wonder why Dave decided to check it and not Apocalypse at this point.
Yeah. Hard to say. I'm not an Apocalypse player myself.
Yeah,
I have no idea how this works.
Me neither. But that was amazing. That was amazing, surprising game with a lot of twists.
Yeah.
I was kind of also amazed that Dome was able to play around this Apocalypse so well.
Wow.
Like, to me, usually, like when I see an Apocalypse, it's usually okay. I'm just like, let's have some fun now. Yeah. I basically lost.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was interesting. Huh? Okay.
Interesting game.
Good. So we're gonna move on to the next game. I hope you will join us next time around. And as always, hack the planet! Hack the planet!
Shut up and get in the car.
Shit on me.